What moms should prepare for returning to work after maternity leave, a handy guide just for you. Hello friends. Hello wonderful moms. Returning to work after maternity leave is such an emotional journey, isn't it? There's the joy of seeing your colleagues again, getting back to what you love doing, and also the anxiety of juggling work and caring for your little one. But don't worry, today we're going to explore some helpful tips to get you ready for this important transition with confidence and calm. Before diving into the details, let's keep two core principles in mind. First, thorough preparation, both mentally and practically, is essential. Second, if you feel overwhelmed at any point, don't hesitate to pause, reflect, and adjust things to fit your new circumstances. This journey calls for flexibility and kindness towards yourself. Now, let's explore what you can do to prepare for your return to work. Packing your bags for the return to work. So what exactly should you prepare to ensure a smooth journey back to the workplace? Let's go through the key steps together. 1. Set realistic expectations. First and foremost, and perhaps most important, is to set realistic expectations for yourself. When you go back to work, everything will revolve around these expectations. Returning to work is a major life adjustment, and every change takes time, and yes, it can be challenging. Maybe you used to picture yourself as a supermom, juggling baby care, firing off emails, and smashing all your work goals at once. But reality may look a little different, and that's perfectly okay. Accept that there will be days, especially when you don't have help with the baby, when you won't be able to complete all your tasks. On those days, give yourself full permission to focus solely on your child and savor those precious moments. Reminding yourself, it's okay if I don't finish everything today, can do wonders in reducing pressure. Don't burden yourself with overly high expectations. 2. Ease into it gradually. Next up, don't rush headlong into the hustle of work. Give yourself time to ease in. One of the best things you can do is return to work gradually. If possible, talk to your boss about a transitional phase. Maybe start with part-time hours during the first week or begin mid-week instead of Monday. Very few people can go from complete rest to full-time work overnight without hitting a few bumps. Be gentle with yourself and don't be afraid to ask for support from your manager, co-workers, family, or friends. If your schedule allows, you could do a practice week before your official return. For example, try waking up early, getting ready as if for work, dropping your child off at daycare, if applicable, and spending the day organizing your tasks or simply adjusting to your new routine. Planning ahead for this return is crucial. If you're hiring a caregiver or enrolling your child in daycare, consider starting a week before your official return date. That gives both you and your baby time to adjust gradually to this change, mentally and practically. 3. Create daily transition moments. Here's something you might not have thought of, especially if you're working from home. Creating intentional transition moments during your day. When you go to an office, the commute naturally marks the shift between mom mode and work mode, and back again. But if you work from home, that transition disappears, and you'll need to create it for yourself. Try taking a few minutes before starting work to breathe deeply, stretch a little, or walk around the house. This helps reset your mind and signals that it's time to focus. Similarly, at the end of your workday, don't jump straight into household chores or childcare. Take 15 to 20 minutes to clear your workday from your mind. You might tidy up your desk, listen to calming music, meditate briefly, or go for another short walk. These small actions help you close your workday fully and return to your role as mom with intention and presence. 4. Set up a dedicated workspace. Whether you're working from home or back at the office, having a designated workspace can make a huge difference. A well-designed work environment helps boost both productivity and mental well-being. If you work from home, Try to carve out a corner, a room, or even just a desk that's reserved exclusively for work. When you sit there, or close the door, it sends a clear signal to everyone, and to yourself, that it's time to focus. To recharge quickly during stressful moments, you can stock up on some favorite snacks or even place a small fridge nearby for drinks and healthy bites. This convenience reduces interruptions and keeps your workflow going smoothly. Feeling overwhelmed? Pause. Listen. Adjust. Returning to work after having a baby is a major shift. And sometimes it might feel like too much. That's totally normal. What matters most is recognizing it, and knowing how to respond. Adjust your mindset. Good enough is good enough. So what can you do when overwhelm hits? Start by giving yourself permission to do what you can, instead of constantly pushing to do everything well. At this stage, completing tasks at a good enough level is already a success. This might mean simplifying your schedule. Avoid overloading your calendar with back-to-back meetings. Put complex personal projects on hold, and focus only on the essentials each day. Now is not the time to be a superhero or take on extra work. Remember, your job is still there. It'll wait for you to fully return. You don't need to give 100% right away. Sometimes, 80% is just fine. Allow yourself to have imperfect days. Smart time management and ask for help without guilt. Time management, and knowing when to ask for help, is key. Try making a daily to-do list. But more importantly, make the list of things that don't need to be done today. This keeps your focus on what really matters and avoids overwhelm from an endless checklist. Be honest with yourself about what you can and can't handle right now. Sometimes we place unrealistic expectations on ourselves. Be kind. If you can, delegate tasks, at work or at home. Maybe ask your partner to take on more housework. Or ask a colleague for help with certain responsibilities. Seek professional support if needed. And finally, but just as importantly, don't hesitate to seek professional help if needed. If you find yourself constantly anxious, stressed, or overwhelmed to the point of struggle, consider talking to your doctor or a therapist. Returning to work post-baby isn't easy, and asking for support is both normal and necessary. You're not alone. There are resources ready to support you. Final words. The journey back to work after having a baby is a new and meaningful chapter, filled with both challenges and growth. Just remember to prepare thoroughly. Listen to your body and mind. And never forget, you are not alone. Wishing you a smooth, confident, and successful return to work.